September is telling you to let some things go in your business. Today, I'm going to talk to you about some of those things you can let go and why it is so important for you to let go. Here on Astro-Numerology Reveal. Hello, and thank you for joining Astro Numerology Reveal. I am Kimbaley, and today I'm bringing for you the September business astro numerology forecast so that you know what to expect in your business this month and exactly what you should be doing so that your business is flowing in harmony. Before we even get to the forecast, I just want to let you know that today's episode is courtesy of astronumerologist Lloyd Strayhorn and the Star 8 mobile numerology app. If you don't have the app, you need to go and get it because it is guidance for you. It lets you know so many things about yourself, and it even checks compatibility with your vehicles, your address. It even goes into your business compatibility. There's so many features on the app. My favorite feature is the calendar. I don't plan anything without using that calendar. It lets you know when it's a go sign, and it lets you know when you should maybe yield or proceed with caution. So once again, you can get that on the Star 8 mobile numerology app, and you can go to Google Play, the App Store, or you can go to linktr.ee/numbersanyou, where you can find some of his other exclusive products and services. I'm going to tell you about my August, and what I want you to do is tell me about your business August, the 8th month. How was it for you? When we think about the 8th month, we talked about it was a time for us to really step out there on our business, to be confident. It's a time of recognition and achievement. And it's a time of being the authority and leading in your business. I want to know, how was it for your business? Did you feel that 8 energy in your business last month? I'm quite excited because during that 8 cycle, I was able to go ahead and release my book, The Business of Numerology, and it's an astro-numerical approach to business. This is my first book release. And in this book, The Business of Numerology, what I'm doing is teaching you how to align your business with astronumerology so that you could be flowing perfectly with universal principles. The book is now available for purchase on Amazon. You can click the QR code. Something special that I'm doing. If you buy a book from Amazon and you go on and leave a review, then you will get a free mini business profile. And this is what you have to do to qualify for this free mini business profile. So the step one is go to Amazon, purchase and read the book. The QR code is right here at the bottom of the screen. Step 2, leave a review on Amazon. Step 3, take a screenshot. And step 4, email your screenshot, business name, and incorporation or conception date to manifestonpurpose@gmail.com, and I will send you a mini business profile. And I appreciate everything that you do. At this time, I know you're excited about hearing the business forecast for the month of September. So I'm going to go ahead and get started with that. Let go is what September 2025 is telling you. And the reason why is because September 2025 is a non-universal business month. Now, we talked about the non-universal month previously in the September 2025 universal forecast. You can watch that right here. But this is the business forecast for September 2025. So this is the one that you're listening to if you're interested in starting a business, or if you already have established a business and you want to align that business with success. And you can do that through your timing. And this is a demonstration of timing. So we're going to get into the business astro-numerology forecast. But before I get into that, I want to let you know how you can find what the business month is. Okay. We know that we're in a universal 9 year because 2 plus 0 plus 2 plus 5 equals the number 9. And so when we take the number 9 and we add it to September, which is the 9th calendar month, we add 9 plus 9, and that gives us 18. And we have to reduce that number using the phatic system. And the way that we do that is add 1 plus 8. And 1 plus 8 equals 9. So this makes this a non-universal business month. You're going to feel the energy of the 9 a little bit more in your business probably this month because of the fact that our annual business cycle for everyone is a 9, plus we're in a 9 business month. So that double down on the 9 makes this 9 energy more stronger through this month. So you will be able to feel this energy more deeper than you normally would. So let's talk about the 9 universal business month, the things that you should be doing this month. And we're going to start out with the theme of the month. The theme for this month is to close out cycles. This is a time for you to elevate your business vision. What's that big vision that you have for your business? And are you still in alignment with that vision? This is a time to look back over that vision. And it's also a time to prepare for renewal. I know it's saying closure in the 9 month, and it's completions in the 9 month, and it's letting go in the 9 month. And the reason why all of these things are happening is because it's time in your business to prepare for the next stage or the next cycle in your business. The number 9 is the culmination energy in numerology. It completes the cycle of 1 through 9. In business, this means reviewing what has run its course in your business. It's integrating wisdom from past efforts, looking back over the things that you have done. And in this case, we're talking about the month. So looking back at what you have done in the past 9 months to see how those things worked out for you. And it's also about positioning your brand with a humanitarian or legacy-driven message. Don't be surprised if some of you may find yourself traveling to faraway places this month. So we're going to talk about the 9 Universal Business Month and the things that you should be doing during this month. This is a time for you to wrap up projects and services or partnerships that have reached completion. There may be people that are either working with you or people that you're collaborating with that you're not really excited about. It is not pushing the business business forward. Those are some things that you might have to look at letting go. There may be services in your business that you have not been seeing a benefit from, and you feel like these are things that need to go. And also wrapping up projects, things that you've been putting off for a long, long time. Look at these things and see how close are they to be completed. Are these things something that you can go ahead and knock out and get out of the way? Or are these some things that you started on with no clear intention on finishing those things? If you had no intentions on finishing those things, instead of holding those things over your head and having you worry about those things, wrap those things up and get them out of the way so that you can focus on something that you're more passionate about. And I've learned that if there's something that you start on but you don't finish, 9 times out of 10 is because you're not passionate enough about that thing. Okay, it's also a time for you to even look at your clients. Are there some of them that it's time to let go of? And it can be for any reason during this 9 business month. Also make it your business to give back, to give charity and donations. Also give something to the people that are your clients, the people that are your audience. Make sure that you're practicing social responsibility initiatives. Also reflect on the sole purpose of your business. It's greater impact. Are you in alignment with that? Or do you see that over the last 9 months, you kind of got out of alignment a little bit with that purpose of your business or with your business mission? Also, it's time for you to share some authentic storytelling to show that your business also transforms. It's not just a business, but it has a purpose and transformation. That's what 9 is about, transformation. So this is something that you want to show, especially on social media, especially to the clients that you're serving. This is important for you during this period in September. Also, you need to realize it's time for you to prepare for the fresh cycle that's coming up, because next month is going to be a one universal month. And you want to be prepared for that one universal month. You need to be prepared because that is also a transformative cycle. It is the start of something new. The number one cycle, it starts a new cycle. So what happens in the one cycle is whatever you do in that one cycle for your business, you can expect to see that for the next 9 months. So next month, you're going to have to set the tone or set the pace for the next 9 months in the business. So you need to take this time in September to look back over everything that you have done so far in the business, and you need to determine what you need to leave behind, what you need to let go so that you can prepare to start fresh and new for your business. September, the 9 business month, favors those businesses that were incorporated or with the conception date of the 9, the 18th, or the 27th of the month, or those businesses that were incorporated or has a conception date under the signs of Aries or Scorpio. These are some things that you should stay away from in this 9 business month. Don't cling to outdated offer systems or clients out of fear. So don't hold on to things that are not working because you're afraid that you may miss something. What's that? FOMO, the fear of missing out. If it's something that hasn't been working over the past 9 months, You need to evaluate it. Is it worth your time to continue to hang on and cling on to these things? It's time to switch it up if it has not been of benefit for your business. Another thing is don't allow yourself to become emotionally overwhelmed. The 9 energy is like a heavy energy, and there may be lots of endings. There may be even things that are just falling away because it's preparing you for that transformation. I say sometimes if you hold on for something too long, after a while, the universe will come in and take its course, and you will lose those things anyway if they're not serving the greater good for humanity. So there are some things that may come to an end, but just know that these things that are coming to an end are the preparation for something better coming ahead. Don't overgive to the point of depletion. And that's that humanitarian energy. You want to help everybody, but just understand that the business has to grow as well. Don't ignore your intuition in favor of just finishing tasks. That goes back to those old outdated offers and systems and tasks that you have in your business. Don't just say, okay, let me hurry up and get rid of these before the one cycle comes up. No, if your intuition is telling you that it's time for these things to come to an end, you have to listen to your intuition. Avoid rushing into new projects without proper closure. This is avoiding being impulsive. Don't rush into things without finishing off some of the things that you've already started. Now we're going to get down to the weeks because each week has its own very special flavor. So we're going to start with week 1. It's the Universal Business Week 1, literally. This is a one business week. The theme is new seeds and closing soil. Here's some of the things that are favored in this one business week. This is a time for you to begin sketching out or testing fresh offers for the next cycle. What are those things that you want to release? Remember, we just talked about not being impulsive, and that's a way that you can satisfy that curiosity and get started on something without really starting. You can begin testing out or researching some of those offers that you plan to offer ahead of time. And then when the one cycle comes up, you'll be ready. You'll know what may work better than the other thing. Also, you're going to reintroduce yourself as a brand with a renewed message. This is like getting fresh, giving a fresh take or a fresh outlook. How has your brand been so far in the past 9 months? Has it been working for you? Is everything great with it? If it has been doing well, then there's no need to change. But you can always look to see if there are any changes that you want to make. When you review your vision, ask yourself, is there some more things that needed to be added to the message that you're giving to your audience? Because we get better. And this is kind of like the energy of updating your resume. This is the time to look at because for the last 9 months, you may have had some accomplishments in the business that you want people to be aware of. So this is the time to look back at those things and share those things with your audience. Also, share visionary ideas with your audience, future oriented, but grounding in what's ending. You should also start documenting your next 90-day goals. Make sure that you have these goals prepared. The best suggestion is for you to have your annual business cycle forecast so that you know what's coming up in the next few months ahead of time so that you can start planning those goals out and aligning them with the cycle that you're in. So here's a few tips for week 1, which is going to be from the 1st to the 7th. Though it's a 9-month completion energy, this week's fun energy opens a doorway. Think of it as planting seeds in soil being tilled. Start new ideas, but don't rush to put them fully out yet. This is the time when you're testing these things out. You're in beta testing. Now we're going to move on to week 2. And week 2 is going to be on the 8th through the 14th. And this is a universal business week 11 2. So 11 is a master number. That's why I didn't break it down, but I did include the base number, which is 2. And this is talking about, and what you can expect to be doing in this week is spiritual alignment. So the things that are favored during this month is aligning your business with spiritual or higher purpose principles. And that goes along with that humanitarian feel. You're going to be operating at a higher level than normally. This is a time that you should be hosting a workshop, a webinar, or live where you channel inspiration and guidance. Make sure that you are empowering people to grow. Create legacy driven content that inspires people, motivational videos, spiritual storytelling, or humanitarian posts. Also, meditate and journal about your long term vision, your mission statement, your purpose, and the impact that you project to have on humanity. So, here are some tips. The 11 is the master messenger. Use your voice and platform to uplift, inspire, and teach. Be mindful of over idealism or overwhelm. Ground visionary downloads into practical strategy. This is also a time, because this is the number 2, is to be looking at your collaborations. Are your collaborations benefiting you? This is the time to be doing group works or to go heavy or hard in your group. Do something special for your group this week if you do have a group. Or this is a time to make sure that you are showing compassion in your business. And I just want to say that because we're in a 9 business month and this week equals a 2 business week, just be cautious of any challenges that may happen this week, especially where it pertains to being overly impulsive about things. Some things you need to just take your time, be patient, and think through instead of just going for it right away. There may be things that you do want to start right away, but as we heard in week 1, this is the time for you to just sit on it and wait until the one business cycle comes up. Moving right along to week 3, and this is the 15th to the 21st of the month, and this is the Universal Business Week 3. The theme for the week is harmonizing energies and building trust. Here's the things that are favored in this week. Co-create with partners or clients on meaningful projects. Create emotionally engaging content, storytelling, case stories, testimonials. Share behind the scenes content about your business evolution and teach through joy and creative presentation, podcasts, reels, blogs, live streams. In other words, this is a time for you to be on social media. This is a time for you to be telling your story, telling your mission statement. This is the time for you to be expanding your business. And the way that you're going to expand it is through the communication that you have with your audience, letting them know deep down behind the scenes things about your business to show them how much you want them to know about your business evolution. So this is a good time for that. This is also a week for creativity. And when you're doing things, even when you're on that social media platform, you want to be sure that you are being creative. You're showing things in a way that's different from how everybody else is showing it. Make sure that number one, you're promoting positivity. And number two, make sure that you're positive within the business itself. Make sure that when people engage with your business, you're engaging with them in a positive way, in a way that makes them want to come back. So here's the tips. Okay. The 12 energy, the number one is for leadership, and the two is for partnership, and the three creative communication. Your leadership must shine through authentic partnerships and joyful creativity. Don't overcommit to too many collaborations. Don't overcommit to your workload this week because you're going to feel like you can do it. You're going to feel like you can get it done, and you might can get it done, but how will you feel when you finish? And this is a time for you to focus on the quality of your work, the quality of the business over the quantity, because that is so much more important. Also, with the number 12 can also be that number where you have to be cautious of people trying to take advantage of your business or something in your business. There may be a service you have that someone may try to take advantage of, but no matter what the situation is, just make sure that you're being aware during this time and do not get involved in any kind of gossip or scandal in this week. So we're moving on to week 4, which is the 22nd through the 31st of the month. This adds up to a business week 4. And 4 represents in your business structure, discipline, and sustainable growth. So here's what's favored in your business. Review your offers, prices, and operations for stability and long-term security. When you look at these offers, prices, and operations, are these things that can withstand the long run? This is what you're looking for, long-term security. Is this something that will benefit your business 10 years from now? This is also time for you to tighten up your marketing strategies with proven methods. And that's methods like consistent content, reliable funnels, and strategic partnerships. Those are the partnerships that you hang on to, the ones that are strategic. This is a time for you to share your business journey in a way that highlights credibility and trustworthiness. With the 4 business, it's all about trust and loyalty. Well, not all about, but a big part about a 4 business is trust and loyalty. So you need to make sure in this 4 week You can share things that highlight this trust and loyalty, your credibility in the business. And if you're a personal brand, that could be your own credibility. This is also a time for you to begin creating the next quarter strategy focused on structure, accountability, and sustainable growth. So here is the tips for week 4. Week 4 is a 13-4 vibration and it emphasizes hard work, patience, and attention to detail. With the 4, what you put in is what you get out. So, another thing that the number 4 represents is hard work. So, prepare to do some work this week. Prepare to work on strategy this week. Prepare to work on your foundation and make sure you're paying attention to the details. Don't be taking shortcuts because if you take shortcuts, then you will have to go back and redo it again because you're rushing. So instead, commit to building reliable systems, things that you can trust, honoring your responsibilities and laying a strong foundation that supports future freedom and success. So that is what the 4 is about. Also, in the 4 week, this is a time for you to look at your finances in this 9 month 4 week. You need to be paying attention to what's going out and what's coming in, especially what's going out. Are there things that you're continuing to pay for that you should have been let go a long time ago? And that can happen sometimes when we get these services that we pay for monthly or even sometimes about a year, and we're not using them anymore, but we just don't close them out for some reason or we've forgotten about them. And these are still being deducted from your revenue. So you want to make sure that you're looking through your finances and making sure that all of what's going out is supposed to be what's going out, and all of what's going out is what's absolutely needed in your business. So here are the final tips for the 9 business month, the month of September 2025. This is time for you to release and review karma. This is a time for you to complete. Don't start. This is time for you to focus on legacy and impact, the long term play. Sometimes people just focus on the short term, but after the short term, they forget to revise the vision because it's growing and expanding. This is also a time to clear energetic and physical space. This is a time to practice patience and compassion. And there may be some times when you feel like you've lost that patience and you lost that compassion, but you have to remind yourself this is just the cycle that you're in for the moment. So don't let it get to you. And when we talk about releasing and review karma, the energy that we put out into the universe with our business is an energy that's bringing back what you want to invest into your business. Make sure, because karma really is just energy. It's energy. What you're doing now, is this something that you want to continue for the next 9 months? Review those things. The 9 months is the grand finale of a cycle. It's a time to honor what you've built, release what no longer serves your business, and prepare for the next chapter in your vision. Prepare for elevation, because that's how these cycles work. When we complete a cycle, we should be elevating after each cycle. So think completion, compassion, and clearing the path for the new opportunities coming in the one cycle. Your homework this month is to go back over the last 9 months and become aware of all of the things that has been happening in your business, all of the things that you have been doing, and evaluate those things. Are they serving the purpose of your business? If they're not serving the purpose of your business, let it go. Is it still in alignment with your business vision? Because sometimes things start out being in alignment with your business mission, but as you grow, it may not quite align like it did once before. If it does not, and if it is not serving your business, let it go. And also look at your finances, especially what are you spending money on in your business? Is it something that you really need? Are there hidden deductions that you don't know anything about? Do that research and let it go. This month is preparing you for a brand new cycle. The question I want you to ask yourself, is my business ready for the next cycle? Am I ready, or can I handle taking these things into the next cycle with me? Thanks for watching.